Hello there, welcome back. In this page we're going to look at creating a new category. Now at the moment we've made a pretty good start. You can come on and type something like guitars. You can see that I've been testing this before we came on, and it looks nice, but actually it's going to give us an error because look, if we hit submit, you'll see that it cannot do the insert because it's looking for a parent cat ID and we haven't provided one. So let's have a little drop down menu that lets people choose a parent category. Okay, now the question is, have we used a drop down anywhere else here on this admin panel? The answer is yes, we used one over on store items. Look, do you remember this here where it says status active? Remember this? It's all pretty cool. So let's open up store items create. There it is. And let's copy this status drop down. Now I'm going to open up store categories create. Okay, and I'm going to paste in the drop down like so, and I'm going to tidy it up. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And where it says status, I'm going to change it to say parent category, and where it says status here, I'm going to change it to say parent cat ID. So if we go here to add new category and hit refresh, you'll see that we now have parent category and a drop down. Okay, so it looks good, but obviously we don't want it to say active and inactive. I mean, that's not much use. So let's fix that so that it says something a bit more meaningful. Let's just see. So we've got this options thing here. I'm going to hard code this. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the options variable based on what is on the database. Now, we could do all sorts of database queries here, code away and do that, but remember, this is a view file and we really want to keep the view files very simple. I mean, really, you should only ever have if statements and probably loops on view files, and that's about it, so we don't want to write lots of PHP code here. Instead, let's open up store categories, and we're going to go to this create thing, which is where the action is, and right down here I'm going to say data options equals this get drop down options, and I'm going to pass in the update ID. Okay, so we start building a new method like so. Now notice the underscore here that makes everything private, right? And what we're going to do is build an array of all the parent categories. Now a parent category is a category where parent category equals 0. This will all make sense in just a moment. I'm going to do a custom query that says select all from store categories where parent cat ID equals 0 and ID does not equal update ID, because we don't want the category that we're already on to be an option. Does that make sense? So this is going to be a custom query, which means we're going to do this like so. Okay, and by the way, this page is going to get an error message. Let me just show you. If I do refresh, you'll see that we've got an error. Now why have we got an error? Well, the answer is because our update ID is blank, you see, and it doesn't quite know how to deal with that. So that's very easy to fix. All we have to do is go right in here and we'll say if not is numeric update ID, then update ID equals 0. Let's refresh and everything looks pretty good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to loop through the results like so, and we're going to say options row ID equals row cat title, and then we're going to return options. However, remember that there's an option at the start which is please select. See that option there? It's kind of important. So let's go right up here and we'll say options equals please select, like so, because that's one of the options that's on the array. Okay, so that's us, that's everything we need, and thank you very much indeed. Now if we go back down where we've got this options here, I'm going to create a new variable called data num drop down options, and that's going to be count data options. If we echo this onto the screen, what do you think it's going to say? We'll just do a die statement. What do you think that's going to say? The answer is 1, because look, I'll do refresh and it gives us the number 1. The reason why it's giving us 1 is because when it's building up these options here, we have this option, right? So that's 1, and then it's doing the query, but there's nothing there so far, so that's empty, and that is why we only have 1 option. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this out here and space up, and you see this num drop down options thing. I'm going to go into here, I'm going to do some PHP, and I'm going to say if num drop down options is greater than 1, then we're going to do that stuff like so. Okay, but otherwise we're going to do something else. Otherwise we're just going to say echo form hidden parent cat ID 0. Okay, so let's just tidy up and let's refresh. Sorry, I'm going to just save this and refresh. Okay, so you'll see that the drop down has disappeared because there's no parent categories that we could possibly choose for this category here. So that's kind of cool. I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to say guitars because that's a category. I'm going to say submit, and you can see that the new category has been added. If we browse the table, look, there it is. And you can also see that we can edit this. Okay, and if we browse, look, it has been edited. It's fantastic, and everything is just fine. I'm going to press cancel, and you can see that when we go to the manage page, we have a little error here because it's looking for a thing called status, which is basically a throwback from the store items controller. So let's fix that. Apparently it's on line 35, right? So if we open up manage.php, that's store categories manage.php, and we go to line 35, I'm going to take, let me just see, I'll say, actually, let's just say status equals 1. I know it's a bit crazy, but let's just try this. Okay, so I just wanted to see what would happen there. It's giving us a little parent category thing, which is not much use actually. So do you know what? Thank you very much. I think we'll take that out. Okay. Right, so in this section here where it says hello, you see where it says hello? This is going to say the parent category, the name of the parent category. Okay, so I'm going to go to store categories and I'm going to say function get cat title. So this is going to query the database, fetch data from DB, and we're going to say cat title equals data cat title, return cat title. It's just a little thing that could come in handy, right? So I'm going to copy that, and as we loop through here, I'm going to load up module store categories, and I'm going to say parent cat title equals this store categories get cat title, and that would be from row ID. Okay, however, this is going to cause an error message, probably. Let me just show you. I'm going to hit refresh. Let me just try something. I'll take this hello out. Okay, parent cat title, hit refresh. Right, well, it's not an error message, but it's not entirely accurate, because the parent cat title, sorry, this get cat title should be parent cat ID. I'm sorry about that. Parent cat ID. Right, this is probably going to give us an error. Let's try again. Okay, so we have an error here, you know, it's freaking out, doesn't quite know what to do. So here's what we'll say, okay? If row parent cat ID is equivalent to 0, then parent cat title equals, let's just say, empty. Else parent cat title equals all of that stuff. Okay, so let's try that. We'll hit refresh, and that's not too bad. So we've got a category title of guitars and a parent category that's empty. That is not too bad. Okay, let's do a new category, and I'm going to make this one part of the guitars. So I'm creating a subcategory, and I'm going to call it Fender Guitars. You can see that I cheated. I had a practice run. So Fender Guitars, submit, and the category has been successfully added. If we look at the database, look, see how the parent cat ID equals 1? See that? It's absolutely fantasticola. So check this out. Everything is starting to look kind of cool, don't you think? I think it's looking kind of cool. The only thing I'm going to probably want to change is the order of the things on the table, but you know what, let's not even worry about that. We can leave changing the order and everything for another video, but hopefully this has been helpful, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.